5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, well, McDonald's it is. Oh, hey, how's it going? My name is David Neyts and welcome to my channel. Today's topic is the truth about living in Hollywood. Yes, Hollywood, Los Angeles is the place that you've seen in the movies. It's the beautiful place that people think of where there's palm trees, sunny weather, and beautiful, beautiful beaches. Even though having lived here for a while, I can say that the weather is really good. The beaches are nice, but the water is cold. I don't ever go into water. It's so cold. But the truth about living in Hollywood is that it's going to take a lot of things. Number one, living in Los Angeles is super expensive. The rent is so darn expensive. Having done some research on the internet, I found out that Los Angeles actually ranks 17th on average in rent in the whole country, which means that renting a one-bedroom apartment costs $2,740 a month in order to rent it. Well, I would take that with a grain of salt because I've lived here for a while and it does not cost $2,740 to rent a place. But I'd say that it costs about $1,300 to $1,600 a month to rent just a simple studio. Maybe $700 to $1,000 a month if you're going to rent a bedroom in a two-bedroom apartment, and a good $1,600 to $2,000 a month if you want to have your own one-bedroom apartment. But of course, that depends also on what area you want to rent in and also how much you're willing to spend, really, because $1,600 is quite a lot of money. Two, you're probably going to have to get a side job. Unless you're really, really wealthy, you're going to have to get a side job, which means Ubering, Lyfting, waiting tables. I've luckily been able to avoid that just because I'm really good with tech. So the fact that I'm good with that, I've been able to get other kind of side jobs. But for most people, I think that waiting tables, Ubering is kind of safe because you can work when you want. So they're easy jobs to get, and they're going to give you that income to live in Los Angeles. Now, another thing to take into consideration is maybe doing some background work or extra work because, well, we're in Hollywood and they're shooting a lot of films, which means that you can actually get on a big movie set. And especially if you've moved here recently, well, why not? Go see what a real Hollywood set is, and it's also going to be a foreshadowing of things to come when you're going to book a big movie. Number three, you're going to have to get a car. Public transportation in Los Angeles is okay. I guess it can get you pretty much anywhere. It's really vast. There's metros, there's bus, and it does go everywhere. But the problem is that, well, it takes a lot of time. For example, I was very stubborn. I came from Europe, and for 7 years, I was on public transportation. Yep, 7 years. But the thing is that I was trying to live like a European. Here in Los Angeles, the distances are just so big. It just takes so much time to get from point A to point B. And if it's going to take you an hour with a car, well, imagine how long it's going to take you with public transportation, like 2 hours, 3 hours. And another thing that public transportation does here in Los Angeles is that it likes to skip, which means that if the bus is supposed to come every 30 minutes, well, once in a while it doesn't come. And then you have to wait an extra 30 minutes if it's 30 minutes, but sometimes it's like a whole hour. So unless you want to spend an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours each way going to some place, well, get yourself a car. After all, you're here to go to auditions, to have time to do other things and also to work and just get experience as an actor and all these different things. So what are you doing on public transportation, wasting 2 hours each way? Fourth, investing in yourself, investing into a car, investing in your own business is very important, which means that before coming to Los Angeles, you should have some saved up money, which means that you should have at least 6 months of just money that's there in the bank so that you can live for 6 months without working. Because after all, if you're here in Los Angeles and you're working 40 hours a week or even more, and you're just like bending over backwards in order to just make rent, well, why are you here? If you come to Los Angeles, and you might know somebody here, because I've had that problem with people from Europe where they come here and they think that they're going to be discovered and then they want to stay on my couch, which is fine. You know, they can stay a couple of days, a week or 2 weeks or something like that. But what they don't realize is that there's a difference. In other places, people own their own place, so it's okay to stay there, and places are big. Here in Los Angeles, well, the square footage is pretty limited, and also, like, we're all paying rent, so why should you not pay rent? So it's okay to stay there for a while, but after some time, I think that you can't be a burden on somebody else. You need to be your own person. And also by having some money saved up, well, you're putting more eggs in your own basket, which means that you're giving yourself more of a chance to actually succeed. Number five, Everybody here is in the film industry. You're going to meet PAs, you're going to meet directors, you're going to meet writers, you're going to meet a lot of other actors. Everybody here is in the film industry, and there are a lot of actors. It's a good thing because you're going to meet a lot of people that are in your field, which is cool because you get to make a lot of friends and you get to make a lot of short films and you get to collaborate with these people and talk about movies and Hollywood and all that good stuff. But it's a double-edged sword because everybody here is trying to get your job. If everybody here is trying to get your job, well, this means that the competition is very harsh. So don't expect to get discovered. That only happens in Hollywood films and in fairy tales. Everybody here is hustling, so trying to get discovered is like finding a needle in a haystack where everybody's a needle. So just do yourself a favor and put in some hard work, because just putting in some hard work, putting yourself in front of managers, agents, writers, taking classes, doing all that stuff, going to auditions will actually get you the job because everybody here is an actor. If you follow these steps, you're going to give yourself a much better chance of actually becoming an Angeleno. Or should I say Angelina if you don't speak Spanish, but trust me, if you live here for a while, you're going to speak Espanol. Anyways, if you like this video, please do subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next videos. Adios, muchachos!